Have you ever had a panic attack, my friend? No. Let me take you through them. They're pretty wonderful. Imagine you're having a heart attack, but you're not. That's what it is. My favorite I get a lot of panic attacks because I've almost been hit by a lot of vehicles. And that experience, it gives you a little tote bag of mental health problems. And as a result, I get panic attacks if things aren't going according to plan. My favorite panic attack of all time was in 2011. I had just gotten off the road for the first time ever as a stand-up comedian. I was on 8 flights in 9 days. It was the most amazing time on the road I ever had. And I got home to my apartment in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, where I was living. That's right. Yeah, thank you. 3 people for cheering for Canada because it will never be the 51st state. Bring it the f*** on. You don't even f***ing know the passive aggression we've been f***ing waiting for. Bring your troops to that border and get ready to be judged by Scottish people that were left in the snow by the English for 250 years. You think the shooting is going to start? You're not even fucking prepared for a man named Gord to get out of the brown station wagon with a cop. That's your tank? I thought I was fighting men. You know what I'm saying? And just if you think you can get through those forces, we have our backup, because hidden in the trees are the French. What are you going to fucking do? All of you fucking ready, hardcore, young, dumb, and full of cum, Navy SEALs, training in Camp Pendleton, parachuting into Montreal to be greeted by a 100-pound, 40-year-old woman who looks 20, smoking cigarettes and eating nothing but croissants. Oh, just because you have a gun makes you think you're the boss? Guess again. They're called French fries and you eat them. We will. I just have to say, by the way, that whole America 51st State thing is so f***ing embarrassing.
Oh, God.
Because time was, a real American despot wouldn't warn. He would have just sent the planes in. Why is it so tense in here all of a sudden?
Because we're embarrassed.
Because you're embarrassed?
Absolutely.
For me?
No, for U.S.
For the U.S.?
Yeah.
Then let me just say this, as someone who lived a lot of his life outside of the U.S., this is not new for the rest of the world. This is what it's like every 4 years when this country gets a new president. Everyone goes, how's this gonna f***ing go? Do you understand? Every president of my life, it's been f***ing nuts. Born in 1985, you guys have just re-elected Ronald Reagan, a man who had active dementia, who had a psychic living in the White House, using telekinesis what she would do, and then went and found out by the press that they had a psychic living in the White House. Nancy Reagan called her to ask her how to lie. Are you fucking kidding me? After Ronald Reagan shuffled out of what he thought was the White House, which turned out to be a bathroom, and then there was George Herbert Walker Bush, who was like Steve Urkel if he was white and really a fucking nerd. And America woke up for 4 years and we're like, wait, this virgin's in charge? Yeah. We need someone that f***s, and then we got, and speaking of hand jobs, you got the great himself. Do you understand how crazy it is that he got blown in the white? He almost brought peace to the Middle East, and yet all we're thinking of is that dress. Because that was the one I came online as a kid. That was my first president. I'm up in Canada, and you should have seen wall-to-wall coverage. Because Canadian politics is the most boring thing you've ever seen. Our Prime Minister did blackface, and his excuse was, I don't remember. And everyone went, well, he doesn't remember. I've lived a life. I've done some things that if I had a Wikipedia page, it would create a controversy tag. And I remember every single one of those things. Because I remember as I'm doing them, thinking, if someone finds out, I won't get to be Prime Minister of Canada. So it was a great jabber, and then you followed him up with the greatest dumb, evil man America has ever found. You guys, if you're young here, you didn't live through the Bush years. And it was the most interesting thing, because he basically came out and was like, hey, I'm dumb. Everyone was like, this guy's dumb. And then for 8 years he ran the country incredibly evilly, and everyone was like, how's this dumb guy being able to pull all this off? Can't be that he's lying. And he was replaced by Barack Obama, another version of the dumb lie. Don't fucking clap for him. Listen, I joined the workforce in 2007. Barack Obama can eat my asshole. Because I was told we were going to get to kill some bankers. And instead, all that had happened is the Bank of Montreal now owns a soccer stadium in LA, but I can't use my Bank of Montreal card in America. Do you know how f***ing weird it is to be stood in the Bank of Montreal, holding a Bank of Montreal card, and you say, I would like to take some money out of my Bank of Montreal account, and then they say, we're not that Bank of Montreal. And then you go, which one are you? And they go, we're BMO. Nesbitt. And they go, what the f***'s the difference? And then they just close the bank. Barack Obama didn't do fucking anything. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked it once in a while. He just came out, lit a cigarette, went, "Wah! I'm the fucking president. And if you don't fucking like that I'm black, we're gonna start killing some white people." You know what I'm saying? Let's have another side to this. You know what I'm saying? Well, you think you're big dogs, Fox News? I control cable. You know what I mean? Let's go. And then followed him, we had Trump 1, which was it's exactly the same as right now, but no one's acting like it's exactly the same. And there was this same level of tension. You bring it up because there's some people here that voted for him, and there's some people here that didn't, and the people that did vote for him can't admit that they just did that to win an argument with someone who's already died, and the people that didn't vote for him just want to bring it up over and over, because Americans, you can't handle losing. That's why the World Series is competed using baseball, and it's just you guys. Trump was so crazy, give me a dead guy who still has Parkinson's. A dead guy with Parkinson's who's just the guy. Joe? He's in another room now, but he's giving a speech there, and I will say it to you, and it's very good. We got Trump 2, The Empire Strikes Back. It's just as boring. You guys are super tense. Other people aren't that tense. He just did something today, so now I found out which one of my friends think they know about Ukrainian international diplomacy. I have to say this about America. What I do love about America is you guys know what you know, and what you don't know, you don't give a shit about. And if you know about politics, you're going to talk about it. But if you don't, you just relate politics back to your thing. Want to know why I voted for Trump? I'm a plumber. I can smell shit a mile away. And he stinks, so I trust him. And you're like, how do I agree with you?
Who do you recommend?
Who do I recommend? Well, I smoked a lot of weed and dated a lot of bald women in college, so I wouldn't be asking me what I recommend. It's sort of a combination of nothing. I think if you want to be an elected official, you have to be a single mom. That's who I think the only people should be. Yeah, here's why. Because a single mom will get it done. You may not like it, you may not be happy, but the kitchen's clean. It's a giant nation of two types of people. It's cowboys or nerds. And the problem with the presidency is every 4 years you guys get together as cowboys and nerds camps, and you decide, are we going nerd or cowboy? And it never works out. Because as soon as a cowboy gets in, all the nerds go, quick, math, to distract him. And then as soon as a nerd gets in, all the cowboys are just like, make noises, talk about tits, make them uncomfortable. I want you all to know I started this bit 10 minutes ago. to segue into a fun bit about a doctor putting his finger in my asshole.